Unang-una, gusto ko muna kamustahin ang mga grade 10 students ko. I hope nagkaroon na kayo ng perspective kung paano yung online distance learning magaganap for this upcoming school year. At maraming salamat sa 116 na nagsagot. Ang pinagtataka ko lang, 97 lang kayo. Bakit 116 yan? Well, anyway, isa-isahin natin yung resulta. For try it number 1, yan, ito yung mga alam nagkamali sila pero na-realize nila kung bakit sila mali. And 95% tama. So, okay tayo for number 1, number 2 question. Okay tayo. Exercise number 9 on page 1066. Merong isa na mali siya tapos hindi niya din alam kung paano gagawin. Obviously, kahit isa lang yan, gagawa natin ng video yung item na yun. Dito, meron tayong 4. So, medyo mas mahirap tong number 11. Tapos, may isa ulit tayo sa number 13 and 6 sa last number. Okay? Okay, so let's have this number 9. Write the first 4 terms of the sequence defined by the explicit formula, by an explicit formula. So, in this case, a sub n is equal to 2 raised to n over n cubed. So, to get the first 4 terms, we need a sub 1, a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, and kita ba a sub 4. Okay. For a sub 1, we have to substitute 1 to n. So, that is, that's 2 raised to 1 over 1 cubed. Kita nyo? Yung n, pinalitan natin ng 1, and yung n dito, pinalitan din ng 1. So, 2 raised to 1, that's 2. 1 raised to 3, that's 1 times 1 times 1. So, 1 lang yun. Or 2. So, the first term is 2. Second term. Second term, you have to substitute 2 to n. So, we have a sub 2 equals 2 squared over 2 cubed. 2 squared is 2 times 2, so that's 4. 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. And 4 over 8, that's 1/2. 1/2. Okay, a cube. A sub 3. So we need to get the third term, and we can do that by substituting 3 to n. So you get 2 raised to 3 over 3 raised to 3. So 2 raised to 3, that's 8. And 3 raised to 3, that's 27. So 8 over 27. Wala nang lowest term. A sub 4, that's the fourth term. Substitute 4 to n. 2 raised to 4, 4 cubed. 2 raised to 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2, that's 4 times 2, that's 8 times 2. That is 16. And 4 cubed, that is 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16 times 4, 64. And 16 over 64, may lowest term pa to. Divide sa 16. So this is 1 over 64 divided by 16. 64 divided by 16. 4 ba yun? 4. There are 4 16s. 1/4. So therefore, the first 4 terms of the sequence are 2, 1/2, 8 over 27, and 1/4. Okay. Let's have number 11. Dito madami na confused dito. So find again the first 4 terms of the sequence defined by this. A sub n is equal to 1.25 times negative 4 raised to n minus 1. So again, to get the first 4 terms, substitute lang si 1, 2, 3, at saka si 4. Okay, so let's get a sub 1. For a sub 1, so let's substitute 1 to n. So we'll get 1.25 times negative 4 raised to n minus 1. So it's 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1. And that is 1.25 times negative 4 raised to 0. Recall, if a number anything raised to 0, that's equivalent to 1. So this is 1 already. So we will left with 1.25 for a sub 1. Let's have a sub 2. Dito, kasya pa dito. A sub 2. A sub 2, substitute 2. We have 1.25 times negative 4 raised to 2 minus 1. Ooh. So it's 1.25 times negative 4 raised to 2 minus 1. That's 1. Ayan. Oh. So, ibig sabihin, we are left with 1.25 times 10... 1.25 times negative 4. 1.25 times negative 4. 1.25 times negative 4. Pwede nyo naman, kung sana kayo mag-multiply ng decimal, ito yung multiply nyo yan. Pero kung hindi, kung hindi naman, katulad ko, ayoko mag-multiply ng decimal. But I know that 1.25 is 5 over 4. Kasi galing siya sa 1 and 1/4. So, pag ginawa mo itong mixed fraction, that's, hindi pala, pag ginawa mo itong improper fraction, 5 over 4. So, pwede ko itong gawing 5 over 4 times negative 4, which is easier kasi makakancel lang yung 4. Ooh. And we'll get negative 5. Okay, therefore a sub 2 is negative 5. Let's have the third term, a sub 3. 3, substitute 3. We'll get 1 point. Gawin na natin itong gawin na natin itong 5 over 4. 5 over 4 times negative 4 raised to 3 minus 1. So we'll get 5 over 4 times negative 4 raised to 2. Okay. So wag mo na munang i-simplify. Sige, pwede na pala. Para lang alam natin na maging positive yon. So that's 5 over 4. Negative 4 squared, that's positive 16. Then you can cancel. Okay. So 16 over 4. Ito, maging 4 na lang. Times 4. Times 4. So 5 times 4, that is 20. Yan, wala tayong space for a sub 4. Ito lang, kasya pa dito. A sub 4, substitute 4. We'll get 5 over 4. Remember, ginawa natin 5 over 4 yung 1.25. Negative 4 raised to 3 minus 1. So, maging 4 minus 1. So, 3. Okay. So, since negative 4 raised to 3, alam natin na negative pa rin to. So, negative yung buong sagot natin. And 4, pwede ko nang i-cancel yung isang 4 dito. So, para maging 2 na lang to. But remember, negative pa rin yung sagot. Okay? So, the answer will be 5 times 4 squared. That is negative 5 times 16. Oops. And negative 5 times 16 is... Oh. Baby, anong negative 5 times 16? Negative 5 times 16 is 80. Very good. 80. Negative 80. Na ba? Negative 5 times 16. Kasi alam na natin na negative to Ayoko lang mag-multiply ng madami kasi magiging 64 pa to. So, di-divide ko ulit sa 4. 16 naman din yon times 5. So, it's negative 80. So, therefore, the first 4 terms are 1.25 or 5 over 4. Negative 5. 20. And negative 80. So, those are our first 4 terms for number 11. Tama na. And this is number 13 of the 13.1 section exercises. Again, we're going to write the first 4 terms of the sequence defined by this. A sub n is equal to n squared divided by 2n plus 1. So to get the first term, a sub 1, so we substitute 1 to n, we'll get 1 squared over 2 times 1 plus 1. So 1 squared, it's 1. 2 times 1, that's 2 plus 1, that's 3. So the first term is 1/3. To get the second term, substitute 2 to n, we'll have 2 squared over 2 times 2 plus 1. So 2 squared is 4. 2 times 2, that's 4 plus 1, that's 5. Let's get a sub 3. A sub 3, we substitute 3. You have 3 squared over 2 times 3 plus 1. 3 squared is 3 times 3. It's 9. 2 times 3. That's 6 plus 1, 7. And lastly, the fourth term. Substitute 4. We get 4 squared over 2 times 4 plus 1. 4 squared is 4 times 4. It is 16. 2 times 4, that's 8 plus 1. So that's 9. So therefore, the first 4 terms are 1/3, 4 over 5, 9 over 7, and 16 over. And lastly, let's have number 15. The explicit formula is a sub n equals negative of the whole quantity 4 times negative 5 raised to n minus 1. Divide everything by 5. I think we can do something here first. Pwede natin itong i-rewrite as pero ko ilabas yung 4 at 5. So it will become negative 4 over 5 times negative 5. Sorry. So let's use negative 5 raised to n minus 1. Yan. Sige, let's get a sub 1. The first term, a sub 1, is equal to, substitute 1, so we have negative 4 over 5 times negative 5 raised to 1 minus 1, which will give us negative 4 over 5 times negative 5 raised to 0, which of course will be 1. So we're left with negative 4 over 5. So that's our first term. Second term, okay, ulit itong 4 over 5, inilabas ko to. Itong part na to. 4 over 5, nilabas natin yan. Gawin natin siyang ganito, negative 4 over 5. So to get a sub 2, we substitute 2. So we'll get negative 4 over 5 times negative 5 raised to 2 minus 1. So that will become negative 4 over 5. Negative 5 raised to 2 minus 1, that's 1. And negative 5 raised to 1, that's negative 5 lang. So mangyayari dito, negative 5 lang to. So makacancel yung 5 dito. Then we have a negative times a negative, so it's positive 4. Kasi cancel to, 1 na lang siya. And then, negative 4 times 1 times negative 1, so it's positive 4. Kapag ginamit yung original formula, ito, hindi nyo nilabas yung 4 over 5, we will get the same answer. Okay? So, let's get a sub 3. Can we go downwards? A sub 3. So, to get a sub 3, we substitute 3 to the formula. Negative 4 over 5. Sulat ko lang muna. Negative 4 over 5 times negative 5 raised to 3 minus 1. Okay. That's a sub 3. And then we simplify. Negative 4 over 5. This will become negative 5 squared. And negative 5 squared is negative 5 times negative 5. So that's 25. So we'll get negative 4 over 5 times positive 25. And then, can cancel out 5 here. May iwan dito isang 5. So we will left with negative 4 times 5. And that is negative 4 times 5. It's negative 20. And lastly, let's have a sub 4. Negative 4 over 5. Let's substitute 4. We have negative 5 raised to 4 minus 1. And that is negative 4 over 5 times negative 5 raised to 3. And negative 5 raised to 3, that's a negative. We have a negative here times a negative here. So, we're expecting a positive. So, positive yung sagot natin. Para hindi tayo mahirapan, we have 4 over 5 times, ito ay 5 cube. Tama? So, cancel natin isang 5 dito. Ito, maging 2 na lang. So, we're left with 4 times 5 squared, which is 25. And 4 times 25, that is 100. Thus, the first 4 terms are negative 4 over 5, positive 4, negative 20, and positive 100. Kung may natutunan ka sa video na to, do not forget to share this video to your fellow grade 10 students at sa mga kakilala mo na alam mo nangangailangan ng video na to. Stay safe, magugas ng kamay, at maraming salamat.